The Beloved FS-9 LMG used to be the go-to firearm for a majority of the player base for many years. Shoot, if you decide to do a quick YouTube search for this firearm, you're gonna see nothing but remnants of the past. You're gonna see farming videos left and right. This firearm was just that good back in the day. People loved it and people wanted it even more, especially after they removed it from gun stores in the verse. But hey, welcome back to the channel for another video. It's FC here, and I'd like to welcome you guys back for another FPS testing video. Today, I'm going to be taking the FS-9 LMG out into the field to see if it's still a viable firearm in the verse, mainly because CIG has touched this rifle so many times that it's no longer the same rifle it used to be. Changes like damage output, fire rate, ammo count, recoil, and the way how the rifle sounded itself. CIG pretty much said, nothing's off limits for this weapon, let's mess around with everything about it. And they didn't hesitate. But before we actually get into the weapon testing, let's start this video off with typical fried chicken seasoning by reading this firearm's item description. Behring designed the FS-9 to be an overwhelming battlefield force. This light machine gun features a full auto mode that makes it ideal for laying down covering fire or holding back advancing enemies. The FS-9 is also acclaimed for its ability to maintain accuracy while unleashing sustained fire. In the past, the FS-9 was that gun. Everyone had it, everyone used it, everyone loved it. But today, things may be a little different with the introduction of the Volt weapons, the PAAR, the changes to the Karna and Gallant, and several other weapons that has been getting touched and updated in recent years. My kit today is going to be a Delta Scorched size 1 reflex sight, a tweaker compensator size 2, and an orange laser pointer. In today's testing, we are going to venture over to the ASD Onyx facilities to run it to see how well it handles against NPCs. In this video, I'm going to utilize my Tobii Eye Tracker 5 in order to give myself a greater awareness of my surroundings. Let's jump right into it. With the tweaker size 2 compensator attached to the FS-9, my recoil is almost non-existent. For those of you in Pyro, I highly recommend you search for this Delta Reflex sight, mainly because in my opinion, I believe it to be one of the best sights in the game. The reason why I'm asking the question is if the FS-9 is still a viable weapon in today's build is because of how easily I've melted players who use this weapon using other weapons, using the arc light, using the Volt weapons. I'm just, easily able to outgun them in a head-to-head battle. The damage output of the FS-9 is only about 14 alpha damage, which in my opinion is very low since pretty much almost every firearm outperforms that damage output. Yes, this gun has ammo, but that's all it has. It doesn't have stopping power against players. Also, since it's ballistics, it'll also have damage drop off if you shoot at a distance. The FS-9 does excel when it comes to suppressive fire, but when it comes to head-to-head combat, it's just not there anymore when it comes to fighting players. In PCs though, absolute choice. Now, the FS-9 does slack a little bit when it comes to fighting the irradiated Copians inside of these Onyx facilities. As you can see, it does take up quite a bit of ammunition to take down these Copians. To be honest, back in the day, I used the FS-9 as my primary weapon for all of my third-person combat. I had a lot of fun doing it, making videos and shorts and stuff while using this firearm just because it was easy. The amount of ammunition this gun packed made the combat so much easier when I was in third-person mode. I also wanted to do some range testing with the FS-9 to see how bad the damage drop-off is, so I ventured over to the power core in the ASD facility to see how well it handles. Again, the FS-9 truly is a NPC ripper. Now, fighting the NPCs inside of the core reactor room may not be the best resource for testing, mainly because the armor that they're wearing only provides 25% damage reduction. But at a distance, it still seems like they're wearing heavy tier armor with the amount of rounds I'm putting into them. And boom, that is pretty much it. That is the FS-9 LMG. Sadly, in my opinion, the rifle just does not perform as good as it used to in the past. A lot of other firearms easily outperform this thing. The Parallax Assault Rifle melts this gun. Arclight Pistol melts this gun. Gallant, Karna easily outshines this gun when it comes to head-to-head combat. I do want to also apologize for the lack of PvP gameplay. I was in Stanton and, wherever I went, there was just a lack of players. I went to Hot Doors real quickly to go check that area out, but there was no one there. And then I went over to the ASD labs looking for people because that's where majority of the player base is at right now, looking for the ASD Geist armor, but still came across no players. So I put some older clips in where I was fighting people who were wielding the weapon instead. In my opinion, the FS-9 is more or less now a beginner weapon. It's for people who's not really good at FPS combat, where they're going to have that extra amount of ammo to help compensate for the shots that they are missing. I still see a lot of players rocking this weapon in the game, which is, cool. It's still getting lots of love, but just keep in mind that it's not the most powerful gun out there versus a lot of other choices. It used to be one of my favorites, but now I rock the Parallax, Gallant, Karna, and Arclight. And I cannot wait for the brand new Voltec LMG to drop because I'm probably sure it's going to be overpowered as well till it gets some rebalancing. Also, I am hosting a giveaway for the brand new ship, the F-21 Wolf from Kruger Intergalactic. All you got to do in order to enter is 1. Be a subscriber, and 2. Comment on any video I post from August 18th all the way to September 18th. Very simple, very easy. But tell me down below if you enjoy the FS-9 still, or if it's a weapon that you have put down to try out other firearms in the game. Other than that, if you made it this far, could you do me a solid and please rate, comment, and subscribe? Slap that like button so more eyes are able to see the biggest bird in the verse. But you guys already know who it is. It is FC, aka Fried Chicken. Big Bird out.